What's up, Triple V fam and jewelry lovers? Today we're going to be going over just a couple of jewelry maker marks. So grab your notepad and your pens, follow along with me, and let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so again, we're going to be getting into some jewelry maker marks this week. And we're just going to get started here. So up first, we have Elizabeth Taylor for Avon. This one, again, obviously is marked, but again, it has Elizabeth Taylor, cursive E, and again, it is Avon. These sets do really, really well in regards to the amount of money that they're worth. It is a full set. Again, signature right there. Elizabeth Taylor above, but that cursive E definitely distinct. And again, this one, I mean, it sold $364. So definitely one to keep an eye out for. Up next, this one, I mean, again, the maker's mark is pretty, self-explanatory. It's not anything hidden. This designs by Lucinda. But more so, along with that signature, this brooch itself sold for $373. So if you do find there's house pins by Lucinda, woman pins by Lucinda, this one just designs by Lucinda, those holiday ones, definitely keep an eye out for. Again, this one singular one sold $373. So house pins by Lucinda, definitely one to write down, keep a watch out for. Alrighty, up next, we have Joseph of Hollywood. It is signed with, on the cartouche, Joseph, and a nice little cursive signature there. So again, Joseph, that signature, again, Joseph of Hollywood, this Mardi Gras mask, $380. So again, definitely a signature you want to keep an eye out for. Again, Joseph of Hollywood, signed Joseph for the signature. Alrighty, what else do we have here? We have Ralph DeRosa. So again, signed DeRosa. It's super hard to see in this one that's sold. I probably could have looked up another one, but again, it'll be marked DeRosa or R DeRosa. This one sold $500 sterling. Again, it'll be R DeRosa or just DeRosa for the signature. Again, super hard to see. But again, with that signature, that is who it is. And again, sells for some big money for sure. Alrighty, this one, we did a little bit of like a native take with sterling pieces. I figured throw a couple of those in there. Again, some of these, big money. But there's so many that we could throw into a video. I just took a couple. This one is signed with a P, and that is Porfirio Chica. So again, that is Zuni. Signature right there. Pretty unique. Easy to spot. Again, this one sold $599. So again, be sure to be on a lookout for that P. That is going to be native Zuni, and it's most likely always going to be like that inlay design. And again, just under $600 for this piece. And again, that P signature. Be sure to write that one down. Up next, we have Modernist Designer. Super cute little horse brooch there. This one is signed Lobel, and that is Paul Lobel Sterling. $405 for this piece. Again, it is just signed Lobel Sterling. Pretty easy. Probably easier to find, being that it has the whole name. But again, it is Paul Lobel Sterling. And again, $504 for this one. Not a bad piece whatsoever. All right, up next we have Robert M. Place. Now, the signature, I can't really tell, but this is Mistress of Animals, $475, but it kind of almost looks like RP. So you have the R in the background of that circle, and then the P over the R. So if you see the RP, that is Robert M. Place. And again, that's sterling pieces. And again, $475. Definitely a good one to write down as well. All right, this one is 14 karat, but it's more so about the designer, and it's Makimoto. And it is signed right there. So you have kind of like a jar with an M in it. So again, another good one to keep an eye out for. $514. Again, it is 14 karat. Has the real pearls. definitely well known for their pearls, but again, Mikimoto, that's probably the best way I'm going to be able to say it. And again, signature is that M inside of the jar. That I did not know. All right, up next we have G&S & Co. I know we've had a couple of these. These are most likely vintage to antique, but you got that beautiful Art Nouveau, the stunning glass. A set of 3 sold $537. I was kind of surprised. And again, it is signed right on the back, G&S Co. Again, good one to write down, just to kind of have for your cheat sheet while you're going through some jewelry. That's the way that we like to do it. So again, G&S Co. $537 for 3 vintage antique brooches. I mean, definitely unique, don't get me wrong. But again, G&S Co. Good name to remember. Alrighty, we have some more sterling silver up next. It is Hazel Blake French. So Hazel Blake French sterling. This one is a super cute little starfish. Got that glass center is what it looks like. And the signature is HBF with the 2 kind of like koi fish. So 2 koi fish, HBF is for Hazel Blake French. Another name I had no idea about, but this one, 3 bids, $545. So definitely a good seller for sure. Again, HBF Hazel Blake French. Nice. Alrighty. Keeping it rocking. So we have some Navajo Cowboy Sterling Silver. It is Clarence Lee. Pretty easy. The only reason why I threw this one in there is sometimes they're most likely not marked Clarence Lee, but you can see the LE signature. Whew, a little bit of an accent coming out. So it is marked LE with like a kind of a crescent moon under it. We'll just go with that. So again, the EL or LE. And again, that is Clarence Lee Sterling. This piece, $698. Definitely doesn't have to do with the sterling weight there. Super cute piece. So again, Clarence Lee, LE signature. Be sure to keep an eye out. All right, this one was a little bit harder to see, but this one is Art Smith. It is simply just signed, but it is cursive. So that's the most important part. Can get very hard, especially with sterling and the wear and tear. Art Smith is in sterling. This MCM brooch, $750. Absolutely insane. I don't see anything crazy. It's just kind of like a modernist MCM design. So again, big name to keep an eye out for, Art Smith. And again, it is just signed on the back in cursive, Art Smith. All right, what else do we have? Coro Craft. Now, there's a couple of these. There's Sterling Craft, Coro Craft, Coro Pegasus. Throughout the years, they just changed their names so many times on what they stamped. But again, up for this one, we have Coro Craft. On a cartouche, as you can see. This one sold $640. Really cute little ship brooch. I mean, definitely intricate for sure. But again, $640. And again, Coro Craft is another one that you're going to want to keep an eye out for. And again, it's just an earlier version of Coro. All right. We have, there we go. Did we do? So that is Coro Craft, just regular. And then you also have Coro Craft Sterling, back to back. So again, same signature, same style of cartouche, but it's just marked sterling underneath. This one, $787. Again, nice little lady face, kind of, Little House on the Prairie vibes. But again, $787. Definitely, if you don't know already, Coro Craft Sterling, definitely write it down. Keep an eye out for it. Alrighty, we have some more sterling. This one, David Truman. It does look like it is marked D.Y. So DY for David Truman. Again, marked 925. Little bracelet. This one sold $405. Can't say that I've ever come across it, but always good to know. So again, DY is actually David Truman. Why? I don't know. But that's how they did it, and that's how they signed it. So again, DY, David Truman for some sterling pieces. We have some more Art Nouveau style. This one is Unger Brothers. Now, this signature is a little hard to see on this piece, but I do believe the way that it's set up is just the U and the B. So you have the U inside of the B. I don't know how you would replicate it visually, but again, a U and a B, awkward signature. This piece sold $200. And again, another good one to know, Unger Bros. Alrighty, some George Jensen. Sterling silver, yet again, it is most of the time marked George Jensen up at the top, but you could also see, I think it's a J, but it more looks like GI with the dotted circles. So again, that GI with the dotted circles is going to be George Jensen. I mean, you never know. You might find a piece that George Jensen signature at the top is worn off, but you can see that and that. Again, now you'll know in the future, the GI George Jensen. And again, this one sold $310. So again, another big name that you want to keep an eye out for. Alrighty, dropping into some Dior action. So we have the more known or newer Christian Dior signature, which is just the CHR.Dior, as you can see right there. So that is one signature for Christian Dior. This one sold $91, but the other one is Grosset, and I might be mispronouncing that. Germany. Dior worked for them, so he designed a lot of their brooches, which is, you know, the correlation there. So Christian Dior can also be marked Grosset, Germany. This one, 1965. These little bad boys sell for a lot of money. This one, $149, but I've seen them go higher. But again, there are different markings. That Grosset signature, though, typically, not in all cases, does typically mean a little bit more money. So there's that one as well. Robin Rush. That one kind of looks like double R's on a pencil. I guess would be the best way to explain it. So Robin Rush is a double R. Definitely interesting. They don't sell for big money, but I mean, if you catch yourself watching this video, you write it down, then if you do find it, that it's not going to be worth a lot of money, but you know who it is. So again, double R's is going to be Robin Rush. This piece sold for $10. Meh. It's always good for a single brooch. All right, up next we have Givenchy. So a little bit of Givenchy. You have the quadruple G's. As you can see in the center of that brooch, or it could be double G's, I guess, forwards and backwards. Kind of hard to tell, but again, it's all about the G's. This one sold $239. It is an earring and brooch set. I do believe it's also signed on the back of the clip-on Givenchy, but it also does have the double G's or quadruple G's as well. So again, Givenchy, nice little set. There's the signature. All right, this one is a book piece. From here on out, we're going to be going over a little bit of Shriner and then a little bit of Juliana. Just some, these are the ways to tell. So these are unsigned, not necessarily maker's marks, but it is the description of the jewelry that really does help. Outside of the books that we referenced in one of our past videos, we're just going to go over some of the details. This one I went with because, as you can see, it is a book piece, so I know for certain. And let's get into it. So prong sets, not very common of the Shriner, but open back, and then you have the hook and loop. That is going to be a big key indicator. So you got the hook and loop, bottom and top. It is hook and eye. So hook and eye, hook and loop, same diff. But again, there is the back of the earrings. Earrings would probably be really hard to tell if it's Shriner or not. But you got the domed features, the hook and eye on the brooch. And that's about the only way that you would, outside of having the book, know that it's a Shriner. So we do have this one. I grabbed a couple other ones as well, like this one. So again, it is signed on the cartouche, but again, you got the hook and eye on both sides. This brooch looks like it's been through a whole bunch. So again, that was just another clear indicator of the hook and eye. And we have one more right here. The cupcaking and the hook and eye. But again, most importantly though, that cupcaking design around those rhinestones, big indicator of a Shriner, the hook and eye, and of course this one is signed, but a lot of them were not. So again, the cupcaking, the hook and eye are the 2 and upside down rhinestones. I couldn't find any. Our weekly top 25 brooch videos that we've been doing, there's been a couple in there, but again, they do have upside down rhinestones. I don't, actually, right there. So it almost kind of looks like a Rivoli, but it's not a Rivoli, it's just a rhinestone flipped upside down. So that is another key indicator. There's a blue one right there. So the point is at the top instead of set down inside of it. So again, that is Shriner. Next, we're getting into some Juliana. We just got a couple of different pieces, ones that I know for sure. This one, the D&E, it's all about the backing right here. So you have the floral or crimped links throughout, and then as of course you have figure 8s. So again, that's pretty much your clear indicators that it's a Juliana. Just that whole backing style, the way they're linked together, and then you also have the figure 8s. I mean, this necklace sold $49.99, but again, good to know. Here is, I'm pretty sure, the matching bracelet, just different listings. Now, so as you can see, same backing style, same figure 8 style, and another one for the bracelets. Now, clamp bracelets, again, the Juliana book will give you all of the information that us as jewelry sellers, I mean, there's just so much, it's so hard to consume all of that information. But the 2 indicators that I know of is this closure style. It kind of bevels out on each side. This one actually has a spring ring closure, which, wait, maybe it doesn't. Let me just double check. There's that. No, so it's just a fold over closure. And again, that bevel out is a key indicator as well. So figure 8s, the beveled out, and that backing, the way they paneled it together, Juliana. And then the last one that we have is the Juliana brooch. Clear indicators. So I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but puddling, which is just the solder. As you can see, in between the open backs and the individual sets. So as you can see, there's some puddling throughout. There are figure 8s. Where is it? I know I've seen, right at the top of the brooch, right up in here. So you got your figure 8s. You have your pin stop and the open backs. And this one actually doesn't have specialty rhinestones, but specialty, like the molded glass rhinestones and stuff, that's a clear indicator as well. But that one doesn't have it. It does have its pin stop, it does have the puddling, and it does have the figure 8. That's just some of the ways that we kind of, okay, this is most likely a Juliana. Let's do the further research and see if we can find it. But that is it for this week's Jewelry Maker Mark. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you do find it helpful. And again, like always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it, and catch you in the next one.